What's up? How y'all doing? It is a Thursday evening. The weekend is almost here, and I'm your host, Poison Stinger, for the evening catch up, which I haven't been titling it the evening catch up lately, but that's what we're doing. You'll also know that my webcam's a little bit different as I got the StreamYard rocking. That's because tonight we might actually have a special guest if he can get his machinery to work. So we'll see how that works out. Other than that, I'm just setting things up, making sure that I can see everything I need to see. In order to make this work, to have a special guest, I tell you what, it's not easy. Because I don't want to pay for StreamYard, so therefore, not paying for StreamYard, you have to use StreamYard, but not, to actually go into your YouTube channel. So I'm capturing it from StreamYard. So, Minnesota Cowboy Up, you might be our special guest this evening. You will not be able to read chat from the private or from the chat that's in the area where we see each other. You would have to read the chat in a separate window of YouTube, or believe when I read it that I'm reading it correctly. So on the screen with me here is the live feed from Seattle's Autonomous Zone. And I can turn on the audio, but it's just, what a crowd sounds like when they're all talking and making noise. And I'll turn it on for a few seconds. Sounds like they got some music playing. All right, let's jam. It's time to have a rave, right? So yeah, there's that. I'm just hoping, I wonder if we'll see any tear gas go in. Doubt it. It's going to be a while. I had a hard time naming this chat. I didn't really know what to name it at first. Hey, Broken Patriot, how you doing, bro? I didn't really know what to name it at first. I was thinking, hey, Autonomous Zone. Maybe you should ask Lavoy Finch or Finkum. Sorry, I can't ever pronounce the guy's name. Maybe you should ask him how that worked out in Oregon. You know what I mean? Didn't work out too well. The Seattle shit zone. Yep, pretty much. So they have a, what do they call it? A warlord? They have a warlord who went in there after the fact with a whole bunch of guns and took over the place and is now claiming that he's the one in charge. Before that, and I don't know how I guess people there are fine with it, I don't know. But there's a mixture. It's not just Antifa. There's Black Lives Matters there, which is basically the new Black Panther Party. You have a little bit of Antifa, and now you have this failed rapper turned warlord, African warlord. So it's like Lord of the Flies over there. The Marin cops just handed. I know you were here yesterday. That's right. I was just reading without seeing who it was by. Yeah, they handed it over. They are like, yeah, go ahead, man, do whatever you want. So I hear the governor is up for re-election. And I believe it was the governor who says, I don't know, I haven't heard anything about it. When somebody was asking him about the situation that was going on there. And to the Minnesota Cowboy Up, this is why I wanted you to check your shit before you wanted to come on live, bro. For reals. Alright, so we're going to be talking about that. I have some news articles we're going to be talking about as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Hey, look at that. It kind of works. Alright. I just have to navigate all my tabs, which are numerous. Alright, so here we go. Trump warns Washington Governor Inslee to take back Seattle from Antifa warlords. Those that deny their history are doomed to repeat it. Ben Sellers reports that Antifa-linked elements have effectively seized part of downtown Seattle and were holding it hostage. Sounded more like the Middle Eastern ISIS attacks of the Obama era than our own freedom-loving nation. Overnight developments revealed that the lawless Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone had developed further into Lord of the Flies style nightmarish landscape, complete with its own warlord chief, roaming gangs of armed bandits extorting businesses for a mafia-like protection fee and a formal list of 19 radical demands. You know, they went in there like conquistadors and took over a place violently, right? And now, in order to get what they need, they're threatening violence, just like the conquistadors did back in the day. I saw this on Tucker Carlson, so if you watched him, this will sound a little familiar, right? And then, just like, you know, oh, Trump is such a racist, he wants to put up a border wall. What did they do? They enacted a border wall. So there's a wall around it. I mean, it is kind of barriers, but whatever. What's up, Knife Teeth? KT. I'm going to call you KT. First time I've ever seen you. Welcome to the channel. 2 women handed it over. I thought the governor was a dude, but, you know, he is acting kind of female-ish, I guess. I don't know. Is that sexist? That's probably sexist. I apologize for my sexistness. Someone will get eaten tonight. They can't resist. Yeah, maybe there'll probably be a little sacrifice. I hear, rumors have it that the African warlord ex-rapper has been pimping out hoes and making people respect his authority. And instead of having the police there to beat people up, they're doing it themselves. So if you don't follow their rules, they'll beat you down real hardcore. So real peaceful, loving hippie commune right there. Jake. Hey, Jake. Hello, Patriots. Elated to be here. I'm elated to have you here. Just so you know, I tell it like it is. I'm not a Trump coat rider. There's a lot of things that Trump does that piss me off, and I've pissed off a lot of my fans and followers because I don't think Trump is all that. So if you're, you know, you might be offended if you're a big time Trump supporter and Trump can do no wrong, because Trump can do a lot of wrong in my book, and I do not support him anymore. But I don't support the other candidate either. Yeah, that's just a little, you know, welcome to the channel. If you can handle that, you're welcome. You're welcome even if you can't, because I can be civil. Minnesota, you're here. Okay, let me check. Sorry, it's hard. I got tons of windows open. Yeah, there you are. All right. So everybody give a warm welcome to Minnesota Cowboy up. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Well, I'm here. I had to wait for the computer to load up and get ready because it took me by surprise. Are you free tonight? Sure.
Well, that's what I thought you were interested in.
How's it rolling over there?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, how's it rolling over there?
Oh, it sounds pretty good. I did have a little bit of an echo off of your end, but it's fine now. So how's it going? Anything on your mind this evening with all the news that's going on?
Well, I'm thinking, you know, I know you're not a big fan of the whole march or bringing the National Guard in or anything, but damn, I mean, they're in Seattle. I don't know, man.
Well, if you remember last sorry.
I was gonna say, like you were just saying that warlord dude. Yeah.
Yep. Well, if you watched last night, and I think you were there last night, yeah, I mentioned I'm not a fan of that. I don't believe in it. However, I can't help but say, maybe I might be all right with it a little bit. I mean, we saw what happened with the Oregon situation with the Bundys and Lavoy Finich. I can never pronounce his last name. That didn't end well too much with them, but I doubt that this group is going to be handled the same way because this group is special, I guess. Never been spanked a day in their life, you know. We can't have that.
Special ed, maybe.
Oh my goodness, this society is something else. So Real Girl says everything's good. You guys can hear both of us and all that. All right, good. And Knife or KT says, yeah, B responds to their narrative. He should pay them zero mind. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I need to go back. T says, LOL, been looking for a feed, hidden image that. Oh, imagine that. Sorry. So the feed that I have going right now is from Facebook. If you just type in live feeds and then do Seattle, I don't usually go onto Facebook, but I actually logged on just for this occasion.
See, Facebook I try not to use at all because the only reason I use is for Messenger to talk to my family and some friends. They tried to get me on there for the church when we were doing that.
Right.
No, didn't fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Facebook. I do stay on for Messenger though as well, and this was the only place that I could find it. YouTube, I think, has shut that down for the most part. I could be wrong. Let's see. Knife says, yeah, to be. Oh, I already read that. Zabit says, thank you. KT can make martyrs of these fools. Give it a week. They'll be begging for cops. Actually, you know, if they closed it down, if they didn't attack them, if they didn't send the militia, or not the militia, I wish the militia would be there. But let's say the militia or any sort of armed group actually just surrounded the zone, didn't go in it, didn't start no shit, didn't do nothing, but made them stay in there. Yeah, they'd be begging to come out after a little while.
You have too much faith in them.
No, maybe. I don't think they can hack it, man. Holy shit. OMG is in the house and just donated $10. Thank you very much, sir. That's well appreciated. Let's see. Jake says, I think it may be a trap at this point for Trump to do anything. Could be his Waco. That is something that we could talk about for sure. Because he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. He's wanting to get the governor to give him permission or ask him to come in. And then he would actually come in. Right now, I think Trump, all he's got is saying that he's going to do something without actually doing something. What's your opinion on that?
Well, you know, it's kind of like he's trying to scare the shit out of him and get him to move. Knowing that he does go in right now without the governor saying, yes, please come in and butt fuck me. He's going to have it. He's going to, get totally raked over the coals.
Well, I believe the governor of Washington is up for re-election this year. I have seen a poll or two that's saying the Washington public are very unhappy with this whole situation in mass. Like the people in the city are, kind of okay. Some of them are even providing some supplies to these assholes. But the people outside of Seattle strongly disagree with how this is being handled. And it being an election year, I don't know. This could definitely go Trump's way with getting Republicans in positions of power. Because this doesn't look good whether you're Democrat or Republican. Anybody who actually likes America, even a little bit, doesn't like this shit.
Yeah. It's hard telling anymore. I mean, like you said, the world, or the country at least, is going to shit. The world, yeah.
Right.
I know that you believe in God, as do I. And I'm sorry, but Book of Revelations is starting to look like it's being revealed more and more.
Yep.
Like hell, did you know that there in Illinois, in the state capital, Springfield, they have a satanic statue built?
No, I didn't know that. I knew they were doing that somewhere because they have the 10 Commandments, and they're like, well, if you have the 10 Commandments, I should be able to have the satanic statue as well. So they allowed it or some shit like that. I remember hearing about that. Is that what you're referencing?
I don't know if it was about the 10 Commandments, just the fact that they thought it was their religion and they should have it, but whatever,
Right.
I know the mayor up here in Minneapolis, he's buried himself shoulder deep in shit, where he's screwed either way.
Yeah.
If he gives into the whole, totally defund the police, he's screwed. And he already got booed out and told to go away when he told, well, no, I'm not really for full, fully disarm or just banning them. What is it? Which way is it, dude?
Yeah, do you want to disband the cops or not? Now, there was that thing that was introduced by the Democrats. I believe it was Nancy Pelosi, actually, about police reform, and we read through that on one of these chats, and I kept reading through it like there's got to be some sort of catch here. Like this might just be the bullet points. Like where the hell is it in here? But you know there's going to be gun control or something in there because it was sounding too good. You know, you got to wear body cameras. You got to have dashboard cameras. You know, you can't use the chokehold. All the stuff that, you know, I'd probably be all right with. I'm like, this can't have come from Nancy Pelosi. Or if it did, there's something they're not showing here.
Oh, you mean kind of like we've got to pass it before we can read it?
There you go.
Yeah.
There's something in there.
There always is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I don't refer to her as Pelosi. I call her Skeletor.
Yeah. I'm surprised she's still alive, man. She looks ancient as all hell. But let me get some comments. Second witness, want to be an anarchist? Meeting starts at 6 p.m. Don't be late. Us anarchists have rules, you dig? There you go. Broken Patriot, I use social media except for Twitter. If they don't ban me, I'm going to use them to my advantage. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't use Twitter because it's toxic and I just don't want to fight all day long. You know, I give it about a half an hour to an hour a day, and that's about the amount of bullshit I can take from idiots that, well, you guys aren't idiots, but every once in a while I get comments that are especially on some of the older ones.
Yeah, I know that all too well.
Yeah. Well, you're not a true YouTuber until you get trolls. Eastwind says we need snake pigskin?
Plissken from Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
Okay. That one's over my head. Escape from Chaz. Yeah, that's a new sequel, right? All we want is your shit. Know what I mean, Jive Turkey? Yeah. It's going to kick off. Yeah, how many of you guys think this is going to get any better? Or is it going to get worse? Because I'm on the camp that I think it's going to get worse. And this shit's going to happen in other cities because we have a lot of mayors and governors who are fine with allowing this kind of shit to happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened in Minneapolis before too long.
All right. Jake asked, Cowboy, can you tell us what statue? Oh, the satanic statue. Can you elaborate on that?
I'm not totally sure. All I know is it looked like the Baphomet statue, you know, where you had the goat head and on a body where he's doing one of these things.
Okay. Ian Fraser says it's all fine in Wales, UK. I heard that there was some protest in the UK, but it was at the US Embassy. That's about all I know about what's going on in the UK. But US is going down the pan, it seems. Yeah, maybe. They're trying real hard. Why the militia or the 3%ers haven't got involved is beyond me. I think that would be a good out for Trump because then he wouldn't have to send in the military, and it would be if he supported them, well, I don't know if he supported them or not, but I don't know. I think it would be a good out. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, you know, I really don't know about the militia there in that area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that the Proud Boys aren't out there actually.
Yeah, the Proud Boys and the 3% have been knocking Antifa's head many times in Washington and in Oregon. Why they're not there now, I do not know.
Well, maybe it's because of all the bad publicity they got last few times.
Maybe. Okay, so Broken Patriot, did you see the guy who got squashed under the monument he was pulling down? Was that recent?
Yes. Yeah, that was just recently. That was
nice.
Fucking hilarious.
Nice. I have not seen that. I will have to look for that. Ian Fraser, you can't take over a piece of a town, city, and then have people with guns protecting it. Well, I don't know. They tried to do that in Oregon, and one of them got shot and killed for it. It's not going to end well. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we did. I have been seeing a lot of references to this with Waco, which is different. Waco didn't take over a town. Waco had its own place, and the government went in and took it from them. So it's a little bit different of a story, but it is kind of, you know, going up against the government in a way. I don't know. It can be perceived that way.
Well, the Bundys, they weren't even in a town. They took over a non-populated area. And what, we had one or two guys that were killed there?
Yeah, and what was really funny is they left it cleaner than when they got there. So
yeah,
You know, I doubt, they were spray painting, fuck 12 all over all over the thing. Knife says we have Memphis, but otherwise Tennessee is God's. Oh, I love Tennessee, dude. We're trying to move out that way, possibly. Yeah, that's a nice place. I've been there before. Second witness, Ian asked the people of Boston 240 years ago. Hey, second witness. First time I think I've seen you in here. Welcome. Pelosi got slum tig old biddies. The chat's going fast, so apologize for not being able to read everything. Yes, can confirm that satanic statue in the state capital of Illinois. OMG says I could not care less about social media. I try to stay away from it as much as possible, but sometimes I do use it, like right now with Facebook. They are both free on Prime ATM at the moment. Escape from New York. Okay. Irish, what's up, Irish? Broken Patriot.
Hey, Irish brother.
Hey, yeah. Broken Patriot was pulling down a Confederate statue and got squashed. This could be the spark that ignites. It could be. All right, so I'm gonna pause. Hey, sup YouTube, and Steve Violence. Hey, hello. So did they break into the army at the police station? Is that how they got their weapons? Asking for a friend. No, the police officer said. Well, they cleared out the evidence lockers, right? They got all the evidence out there so they couldn't smoke the fucking weed that they gathered for them, I suppose. And then they just handed the keys. They're like, here you go. They boarded it up. But yeah, they pretty much just walked out and allowed them to own the police station.
Yeah, here you go.
In America.
Have fun.
Yeah, in America. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Right?
Why don't we just turn off all the water, all the power, and see how long it lasts?
Yeah, as I said, if you surrounded them and didn't allow anything in or out, it'd probably be a big difference.
Oh, fucking funny thing is, they're sitting there wanting us to bring them food. Soy crap. It's like, do you assholes not really realize that eating all that soy stuff makes your balls shrink?
It's not only that, but they're actually what do you call it? Forcing people to get them things. So coercion, right? We heard some reports earlier today that they are pretty much coercing people to not only give them money, but to go out and bring back supplies. Now, how do you get somebody to go out and then come back with supplies? Probably threatening family members. That's my only guess. Holding hostages and stuff like that. So, people's probably getting raped in there too. There was no really way to tell. But I heard reports that might be going on. But I don't have any hard evidence, so don't hold me on that one. But it's not going to be good.
Maybe it's prison rules, man. They gotta make someone the bitch. Pass them around for a pack of cigarettes.
All right. Gabriel Montoya, new person, I haven't seen you before. Welcome. 6 blocks in Seattle is a new country. Yep. We need some roof Koreans, says Steve Violence. Yeah, that's a throwback. Second witness, but they plan to push out 4 a.m. Gotta love Facebook. Oh, they push it out at 4 p.m. They call in the nation, Chaz. I heard that. Did you hear Inslee say he was not aware? Yeah, Inslee, the governor, is like, oh, I have no idea what's going on. What's this of a city being taken over? I have no idea. That was hilarious.
Oh, maybe he's too busy choking on some dick at the time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's definitely not in touch with what's really going on. He's trying to. I don't know what he's trying to do, man. You got the whole state, and the governor gets voted in by the whole state, so maybe he should think about that. But you got the whole state against what's going on there, and you have the city who's kind of okay with it, some of them. So the only people you're pandering to by allowing that to go on is the small minority who, in my opinion, shouldn't even be considered American citizens anymore, because as soon as they founded their own fucking country, that renounced their citizenship, in my opinion, and they all should be shipped off to Guantanamo. As enemy combatants, yeah.
Well, I've heard people going, we need to nuke the place. No, just drop the mother of all bombs. Why make it irradiated when you can just blow the shit out of it?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do any property damage like that, but I would force them to live in their own shit for quite a while. Soy made my foreskin grow back. Soy made your foreskin grow back, Knife? Nice. I would love to grow mine back. I'd never seen it because they got rid of it when I was a baby. Doomer SOS. The fuck is going on? But dude, I don't know, man. The country's fucked. What can I tell you? It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Kind of
Well,
like that old song. It's the end of the world, and we know it.
yeah, pretty much. Holy crap! Did you just call that an old song? Holy crap! Okay, so
Okay, dude, you know as well as I do.
yeah.
Anything that we think is the good old days music is now oldies.
Anything that was music, basically.
Yeah, pretty
Makes
much.
him a liar or grossly incompetent. Governor Inslee should be removed. He should be, but that's up to the citizens, in my opinion. I mean, I think he'll be voted out. Especially, I think this year is his election year. I could be wrong. Ian, at 4 a.m. they move outward. Is the word? Oh yeah, 4 a.m. Who's coming in? They're leaving the autonomous zone, or somebody's coming in.
Try to expand it.
Oh, they're gonna try. Oh yeah, I did hear they were gonna try to expand it. We'll see how that
Didn't they
works.
already expand it once?
Yeah, I believe so. They have armed Antifa guards at the checkpoints extorting business owners. Yes, I do know that. Thank you, Gabriel. Jake Leche, I think it's like Leche. It does say you are now leaving the U.S. So yeah, they formed their own country, right? So you're no longer an American citizen. You're off to Guantanamo when you're done in there. Drop some napalm, wall off Cali, and let them have it, and wait for the big earthquake to hit. Elon could send them to Mars. Yeah, it'd be nice.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I like that. Crazy time, says
Yeah.
Ian. Eric Colby, first time I've seen you in here. Welcome. The lawless are the ones that want this so that they can live in their own filth. Yeah, they want it for a while, and then they figure they can't do anything themselves. They have no skills, right? So without them stealing from somebody else, how are they going to feed themselves? Or asking for donations, basically. TMI. Yeah.
They're too busy living off of mommy and daddy in the basements.
Yeah, pretty much. There was a story about that just recently too, where the kid was like, "Oh, I only make $30,000 a year. I can't afford to get out of my mom's basement." I was like, "Oh my god!" Oh no, that was on an Adam Calhoun video that I watched.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was about a year ago though. Is that CCTV Live? I believe so. This is Facebook Live, and they have different cameras going. And yeah, I believe it's live. I've been watching it for quite a few hours actually. Chaz is
You're brave.
Huh?
You're a brave man. You're a brave man. Sit there and watch that shit.
Hey, it's like watching an episode of Cops, which they now canceled, right? So
I know.
I'm just waiting to see the tear gas roll in, you know. Chaz is not the name of the rapper. Chaz is the name of the country that they've formed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't remember. I don't think anybody said the rapper's name because nobody wants to promote. Nobody wants to promote that ass, little girl. We the Random. Welcome, We the Random. First time I've seen you here. This is ridiculous. It is. It is very ridiculous. Don't think the left has enough ammunition. Yeah, have you seen? I think I did it as a thumbnail, right? The Antifa member with their mask and their AR-15 that they got from Walmart. Hopefully he
Wow.
knows. I mean, the magazine was put in right. I don't know if the bullets were, but
Hey, either way, he probably thinks it's Call of Duty and he's an awesome shot.
right. Now here's one thing that I believe in, like this whole 3% taking the country back. We addressed this yesterday, right? Like that. If anybody was gonna start some shit and be like, government, you need to listen to us, I would love to see like the 3% or something, like say we're taking this country back from Nancy Pelosi. We're making term limits. We're getting rid of the Fed. We're gonna, overturn all this bullshit, right? That would be my wet dream. However, Antifa's wet dream has already come true, right? So
Yeah.
I gotta give it, like, I almost kind of wish I was a communist or a socialist, because if I was one of those, I'd be proud as fuck right now, man. We just fucking accomplished something, right? What are the militias and the 3%ers and the Proud Boys doing? Who knows? They're probably barbecuing or some shit because they ain't anywhere to be seen in Seattle.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that the Fed isn't even part of the government.
Yeah, I know. All right. Andrew Sinkson, first time I've seen you. Welcome. On-ground footage is very different from than how lamestream portrays these anarchists. Yeah, it's funny, the mainstream media or the lamestream media, they have not been showing much of this, especially the armed patrols that Antifa and these kids have, because remember, not too long ago when we were protesting our right to open our states, we went there fully armed, and the right or the left media sure did go on and on about how violent these people were that didn't commit any violence at all because they had long guns. And so now we have actual violent people occupying a city, but the left media is like, it's fine, nothing to see here. They're just having a rave. They're just having a party. It's a block party. That's what it is. You know,
a great big ass block party.
Yeah, it's just a celebration.
Sure.
It's like the Boston Tea Party. It's no harm here. And so they don't show nobody with guns or anything like that because, you know, they're bigots and they're idiots. So
yeah. Well, just like, you know, when they had CNN had that one reporter right in front of a burning building saying, "Oh, it's mostly a peaceful protest," but yet he's got a fucking burning building right behind him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is the first time I haven't.
So Macho Sancho, holy crap, we got a lot of new people in here. You said thanks. I don't. You probably were. The chat's going pretty fast, so I do apologize. Nathan0992, I haven't seen you before either. All it would take is for militia to walk to that barricade, and once they pull their weapons on the militia, boom, legal. Yeah, maybe. I know a lot of bad motherfuckers in the militia that would teach these wannabe paintballers a lesson or two real quick.
No, be correct. They're airsofters, not paintballers.
Yeah, paintball hurts, man. BH, this is pretty much how the first Civil War started. I don't know. The first Civil War, if you're talking about, you know, with slavery and the South versus the North, the South didn't like, you know, what the North was doing with the slavery issue. And so they wanted to peace out. They wanted to leave. Right now, depending on how you think of slavery, most people think it is bad, and so do I. Right? Slavery is bad, okay? But they didn't want to be part of the United States anymore, so they're like, peace out. And the United States says, no, we need all your industry. We need all that money that you got coming in, so we're going to force you to stay with us, and you're just going to have to end slavery and figure that shit out. So, I don't know. I'm not about slavery. I think it's a horrible, horrible thing to do. But at the same time, if a state wants to leave the Union, I don't see why they shouldn't be allowed to leave peacefully. You know?
Well, the sad part was the North actually had quite a few slaves. And a black slave owner at that.
Oh, yeah. The first American slave owner?
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered that a few nights ago. Let's see.
And see, here's the thing. I hate using African American, Black American, Asian American.
Mm-hmm.
No. If you are an American citizen, you're just that, an American.
Yeah.
The Marine Corps,
yeah,
the Marine Corps, we didn't know any color other than green and red.
And the Army sucks.
And the Air Force is a chair force.
Yeah. Oh.
And we won't even get started on the Navy.
I knew, you know, when I was a kid, I wanted to go into the service. I was like, yeah, I'll go into any service but the Navy. I'm not going to be a first classman seaman. There's just no fucking way. Jake.
Large cylindrical tube under the water filled with semen.
Jake says the Irish know a fair bit about slavery, eh? Yeah, everybody, and I've mentioned this before, I believe, I was in an Irish USMC vet chat, that every nation or every nationality has had slaves or dealt with slaves at one point or another. And we had a whole hot topic debate on that one because we had a Jewish viewer who was, no, Jewish people have never had slaves and they have been just a perfect people. And I was like, you know what? I don't really know about that. I'll have to give you the benefit of the doubt. And yet we had another person come in and was like, that's bullshit. They sure as well did. I was like, oh, now I'm curious. So I did a quick Google search. And the first thing I found was how many Jews were a part of the African slave trade back, you know, a couple hundred years ago here in America. They had boats, they had fleets pretty much. You know, if there's money to be made, they were there. Is that a stereotype, you know?
Like I said in that chat, you know, I'm part Irish, I'm part Scottish, I'm part English.
Right.
Like the Irish were put into indentured servitude, which is slavery. I mean, yeah, everybody's dealt with it, but you don't hear me bitching about it.
No. I didn't own nobody, and nobody that's alive in this country has ever been owned. There is, however, slavery that is going on right now in the world. I forget what country it was. Do you remember, little girl? What country has slavery going on right now? Do you remember?
There's some places in India, some places in Asia, and of course, a lot of the Muslim countries still have slaves.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. But hey, what do we know?
All right. Gabriel says, walking in Seattle, you see dirty heroin needles everywhere left by homeless. Yeah, there were reports of complaints from the members of Antifa and stuff that the homeless ate all the food and now they have no food. So to please bring more food.
Yeah, like I said, bring soy products.
Yeah.
We want our polls to shrink even more.
Second witness, Scott, they won't. The states are run by assholes they can't get kickback from. Yeah. Nathan, stop speaking our language. Okay. Second witness, the local big company, usually the international company, Steve Violence. Yeah, even Mayans, Incas, Aztecs, and had all the empires enslaved. So nobody hates towards Native Americans, but nobody's ancestors' hands were clean. Exactly. Bibbo's message retracted. I'll always wonder what you said, but never find out probably. The chat is blowing up, bro. I can't even keep up. So let's continue.
Here, let me see if I can help you out. I'll
Sure.
pull up the chat on my phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring something up because there was something that Fuzzy Fork shared today that I kind of want to bring up as well. Let's see.
All right, Andrew, you said technically we're all indentured slaves working for the Federal Reserve and paying interest on fiat currency, which they replaced with our gold.
The national
Pretty
debt.
much.
National debt you owe.
Yeah. I swear, going off the gold standard was the biggest mistake we ever made.
Yep.
But LBJ, in his immense brain, thought that this would all be good. And like we were talking about, what was last night or this morning? LBJ, he said he'd be having those voting for them for the next 200 years.
Yep.
Yeah. Holy shit, this is
Good
going
Lord.
by pretty quick.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was saying.
Bebo 2020, walk through Seattle, and in the wee hours, you will see the remnants of druggies, homeless before the sweepers, and city workers cleaning up by 7 a.m. Well, at least they got a job.
Right. Oh, one
Eric
thing.
Colby,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, Eric Colby, slavery has only been abolished mostly for a tiny amount of time in the whole world or whole scheme of things. This is true. Slaves are called employees now. Nathan? Yeah, that's about right. OMG, the Navy could win WWE by itself. Really?
Oh,
You're talking-
OMG. OMG just donated $2 saying go Navy. So I have to, if you're Navy, good on you, man. I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't do that. Thank you very, very much for the $2. I really do appreciate it. I did want to mention real quickly, there are 2 links in the bottom of the descriptions here. One of them is a YouTube video. Another one is a article. The article, I believe, is the headline that I was reading about what's going on in Washington here with Trump's response. I wanted to link that to, show my work. And the other one, the YouTube video, is about a 20-minute video, PragerU, that Irish turned me on to. Irish USMC vet turned me on to that. And that's, I forget the people who are talking in that, but that whole discussion is about what's going on with Black Lives Matter. They're actually the new Black Panther Party. And basically comparing them to the Civil Rights Act or the Civil Rights marches of 1960s and how they compare and don't compare. Very interesting look into it, and I believe one of them is a black professor, so if that matters at all to you, then there you go.
Yeah, I was watching a video earlier by, I can't remember his name, but the one guy that you see a lot of videos from, what channel was that? Gregory U. He was sitting down talking with a black professor how Black Lives Matter is basically Black Lives Matter, and he gave several points.
Yeah, it's a
And
basically
by the
it's
way,
racist as all hell too.
yeah, and like I've said, I grew up the old white boy in the neighborhood in the ghetto. I dealt with racist being having racist policies myself. You better believe I had to learn how to fight at an early fucking age. So yeah, I know about racism. But hey, whatever. And by the way, OMG, I'm a Marine. I know I'm, a Department of the Navy, but I'm the men's department.
Right, right. All right, Steve says y'all should check the Epoch Times and Steven Crowder. I do watch Steven Crowder. Steven
Yes.
Crowder's, I don't know. He used to not be as much of a Trump supporter, but now he kind of is, and I agree with him on a lot of things, but not everything. It's like I don't really watch Fox News that much, but I will watch Tucker because I think Tucker's the only one on there that's not reading from a script. Oh, it looks like Cowboy Up has got some connective issues. Oh, you back? All right.
I was about to say, I'm here.
Okay. Well, was it him or me, Riddle? Oh, she's not paying attention. Okay. James, gonna be another Waco man if they don't get out. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say Waco as much as I would say it's gonna be another thing like the Oregon standoff that they had with the Bundys. That didn't end well. They just waited for them to leave. But they were actually trying to do right by going to the sheriff with their demands, not posting their demands on Facebook.
I think that qualifies for keyboard warriors.
All right. Just wait until he gets to my next comments. Yeah, go ahead and hold on a second.
Speaking of the whole right,
So I gotta ask Nathan, what makes me fake, bro? Why am I fake? Always curious. Well, Riddle Girl timed him out. Well, when you get out of timeout and you've been taught your little lesson, maybe you can explain to me what I'm saying it's not real or fake. I'd appreciate it. Sometimes, I need the education on those kind of things.
I believe he's Native American.
Oh.
Thinks that all the white people are foreigners.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, the Native Americans were here first, for sure. I didn't deny that. But to say that they didn't have slaves as well, everybody's had slaves at one point or another. It doesn't mean that you're a good person or a bad person now, because unless you're wanting slavery now, which, I think one of his messages said that he believes in it now, then I might have an issue with that. Don Puckett says, hey guys, nice stream. I live about 10 miles from Chaz. Oh boy. I'm concerned about this spreading to residences. What do you think? I think that you better get yourself armed. If you're not already armed, and if you can't get armed in your state, I would suggest you maybe take a road trip to see if you can.
Yeah. Take me, for example. Every day I carry 2 firearms on me. I carry my SIG SP 2022 and my Ruger SR9 as my backup. I carry both of those every day. And people are like, oh, that's overkill. You go to a combat zone and you know what fucking overkill is.
All right. It's not overkill when all of a sudden you run out of ammunition because you're dealing with a whole mob instead of one person, and you're like, wish I had more bullets.
Or say your magazine goes down.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how many times to be at the range and you get a jam even, and that's just at the range. Let's talk about a really stressful situation that you're not used to, especially somebody like myself who hasn't been in the military and hasn't had to deal with that shit before, right? So all of a sudden, I'm getting all sort of butterfingers. The adrenaline's running, the palms are shaking and shit, and I'm like, oh my God, I actually have to do this, And if you limp wrist some of these, you're going to have to clear that malfunction. Now, luckily, a lot of the rifles won't be that problematic, but I don't know.
Yeah. Like with my rifle, it's heavy as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, heavy as all hell. I don't know if I can show a gun on this or not?
Sure, why not? I don't care. But just don't hold it for too long. You got 5 seconds. There you go. Oh,
This is my primary. And my secondary.
I am a big fan of Ruger. My dad worked for Ruger for about 15 years when I was a kid. That's what got me into guns, because he'd get free. When he would work at Ruger, after the first 9 months, they gave you a free gun, man. I was like,
No
yeah.
shit.
I wanted to work for Ruger for a long time. I did want to touch on BH comments that I think God and religion needs to be kept out of politics, and religion is divisive. I kind of go back and forth with that. I think organized religion can be very divisive. My tribe versus your tribe, my religion versus your religion. It's really bad. If we could all just be like, hey, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to. That's a deep question that I don't think I have the answer for. Scott says, I also believe David Koresh was out there with his ideas. He was. Doesn't mean he shouldn't be able to have those ideas. Now, if he was actually guilty of the things he was accused of, then I wouldn't be for him. But I haven't seen any proof of it. I've only seen allegations. And he can't defend himself because they killed him. Macho, you live 10 miles from Chaz. Get the fuck out, bro. There's going to be a shootout. Yeah, that's probably... It'd be good to get out of there. Steve says, especially... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Corporal of the Marines 0311. Trying to say, I was a pog, or he bets I was a pog.
Mm.
Really?
Oh, where's that at?
Let's see
Comments
here.
are going
Little girl, a little boys up said David Koresh was a crazy dude, but none of them deserved to burn to death at the hands of.
Oh yeah.
Yes, at the hands of something.
Yeah. Zabit thinks it's gonna fizzle. Soros money isn't that rich. Are you sure? Because I think that fool got a lot of money. Let's see. I feel there are extremists on both sides, and if both sides are so far apart, we'll never see eye to eye. Their problem is the left is so far left, most will never see eye to eye or listen. Well, that's because they've been dividing our country for a very long time. I don't even know how long, but I know it's been at least decades, right? Right versus left. You know, we only have two choices when it comes to November, Democrat or Republican. That's all you got. That's not how this country was formed, right? And don't forget, you got to make sure Black Lives Matter, down with Whitey, right? Rich versus poor, white versus black, you know, Christian versus Muslim, whatever. Anything that they can do, the haves versus the have-nots, anything they can do to divide this country, they'll do it. Because if we actually all came together and said, oh, maybe the bad guy isn't my brother over here, maybe it's the politician that won't get the fuck out of office and become rich from being a politician, then maybe, you know, we come together and fight that power. Oh, that's scary. You want to talk about scaring the fuck out of George Soros? That would scare the fuck out of pretty much anybody in power. And that's why they don't let you do it. Or they manipulate you to believe that it's the other person's problem. So it was off subject, but I bet
Real quick here, in my opinion, I could be wrong here, but the Democrats haven't had a good president since Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy was probably the last one that I remember. And how he picked his vice president, who was one of the worst presidents after him, is beyond me. Man, that guy instituted some real bullshit.
Well, you know, they say the CIA took him down. But there's so many conspiracies that who knows.
Right. OMG says if everyone follows 10 commandments, we would have a utopia. Just one, just the golden rule. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. If we just did that. If you don't want somebody raping you in the behind, don't rape somebody else in the behind. You know, it's pretty simple, easy to follow. Broken Patriot, Chris, the stream from Chaz is on Facebook. It is. If you want to watch that, all you have to do is type in the search for the video. That's all I did. I just typed in. I mean, I can send you the link if you want. Shit. Let's see if I can pull it up. I got a lot of windows here. That way, if you just want to watch what's going on there and you don't want to watch us talk about it, you're more than welcome to do that. If I can find my chat.
Corporal, I was a 1371. I was a combat engineer, mother. Yeah.
Now,
I got paid to blow shit up. What do you think?
Is he dissing on you, bro?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, keep it polite, peoples. Bush was a bad president. I don't know of a good president. I mean, even Kennedy did some things I wouldn't agree with. However, I did appreciate that ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. I mean, that's somebody who's trying to bring people together, not split them apart. And I can always be down for that.
Well, they're saying, they're doing this in the name of Martin Luther King Jr. No, Martin Luther King Jr. would not put up with this crap.
Right. So we're also talking in the chat about the Patriot Act, the most unpatriotic piece of legislation that had ever passed in my recent memory. I mean, you want to talk about giving up your rights for security theater? When TSA fails 95% of the tests that go through there with bombs and guns that they allow on the plane, 95% of the time. If you flip burgers at McDonald's and hit the floor 95% of the time with a meat patty, you'd be fired. And yet these people still are there because it makes you feel safe. Wearing your little face mask when you go out to the supermarket makes you feel safe. Meanwhile, you're getting the shit in your eyes. Your kid is digging up under their mask and getting it all over themselves. You're not being safe at all, but you feel better. And that's what America's all about, is feeling that you did something. Oh, somebody has a mass shooting. We have to enact gun control so we feel better.
Yeah. Those who would trade up liberty for temporary safety deserve neither.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Benjamin Franklin said.
BH, we can wish for a society utopia, but it's impossible. It is true. It's impossible. Ultimately, we still are animals, and it comes down to it. People can censor all they want. That only makes things more divisive. People are really bad if left to their own devices. Most people. Not all people, but if you get people away from the rule of law, yeah, it goes real bad real quick. Underhill says incorrect. I don't know what you're referencing to, but it's the first time I've seen you in the chat, so welcome. Gabriel says Patriot Act is evil. When martial is announced, any form of police can arrest you, even Border Patrol. Yeah, there's so much bad in the Patriot Act. I could do a whole chat just on that. Actually, I could do a few. Did the Arm Antifa guys get their rifles from precinct that they took over? I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but it looked like a Walmart special to me. Not sure if precincts have an armory of sort. Yeah, I think they do. But I had seen that they had cleared out the evidence locker. I did not see that they cleared out the weapons. I would imagine they would have. I would have hoped they would have.
Well, if they hit the evidence locker, you know damn good well there are plenty of weapons in there.
Yep. OMG says the New Deal was the worst legislation passed in the past 100 years. That was FDR? Roosevelt? Was it? Yeah, I think so. Making me do my history lessons right. I got a whole bunch of Rosies just recently because I collect a little coinage of the silver kind. So that's the only kind of Roosevelt I care for. Steve says NDAA is worse than the Patriot Act in his opinion. Oh, is that the new NAFTA?
Underhill says those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. That's the exact quote I was looking for.
There you go. Ain't that the truth, though? Yeah, the military needs to stop this Seattle little rebellion, says Raider TM. this is a problematic for Trump. It is an election year. This is why all this is going on, right? This whole COVID thing, that's going to die down around November 9th because they don't have any reason to keep it going after that. They are doing everything in their power to make Trump look bad, and I think that's what all this is all about, right? So he's got to play his, if he wants to get reelected, he's going to try to play his cards correctly, right? 4D chess, whatever. So if he sends in the military right now, that might look bad, especially with the whole 10th Amendment. If you like the Constitution and you like the amendments, you should really look into the 10th Amendment, right? It's not supposed to be up to the national federal government in order to quail this, right? It's supposed to be a state thing. The state is supposed to take care of this. And that's what he's trying to wait for right now. He's trying to get the governors to take care of it themselves or ask for the federal government to come in. And the state isn't doing neither. So now, right now, all we have is Trump, bloating like, oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this, and hoping that might work.
Well, like I've said before, I support the president. I really do. But do I agree with everything he does? Hell no. I'm not a big fan of the bump stocks. Not because, I hate them or anything. I never wanted one, never had one. I had my full auto with in 3-round burst experience, and I just didn't see the need for it. Do I think it should have been taken away from law-abiding citizens like yourself? No. It's a piece of fucking plastic.
Well, the main thing for me, and I would have been okay with it. Well, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have been okay with it because I'm still not okay with a fully automatic not being allowed for everybody. But they redefined the law of what is and what is not a fully automatic without going through Congress. This is unprecedented, and now we already see that they're trying to use it for other things, including 80% lowers and any other gun thing that they can do that for. They redefined fully automatics so much that it could be considered a semi-auto being fully automatic because it's so easy to pull it fast. So the wording in that is really bad, and all that without Congress. I mean, that's unconstitutional as all hell.
Oh yeah. Read yes, an M16A4.
Yeah. What's up, Quasar? Scott says Trump should just schedule a debate. Biden, Joe has lost his. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is one thing I'm looking forward to is the debates. If they do happen, I think that's going to be must-see TV.
It's going to be epic meme war after that.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, Biden. I don't know how he's ahead in the popular vote. I guess only because people don't like Trump for the most part. But I think the more that this goes on, and the more lawlessness, and the more defund the police. And what was the city that actually defund? Oh, I think it was Minneapolis, wasn't it? That defunded their police department. Yeah. And now you have
trying.
Yeah. Now you have LAPD officers and New York police departments that are thinking about walking out. I think it was reported that over 600 New York Police Department officers are planning on leaving the force up there. I don't know if they're going somewhere else, but they're like going to be out because nobody's supporting them, right? Do you want to work for a job where everybody's out to get you? And I don't like the cops. I wouldn't want to work for that.
Well, I've had nothing but good experiences with cops. I really have. In fact, I'm pretty good friends with the local police chief in Blooming Prairie, and I'm friends with all the county sheriffs, around here. And they're all stand-up guys, but that doesn't mean anything because that's just this area. There are other areas, yeah, they're bad cops.
Well,
but like you said, police are unconstitutional.
I found a good cop just today. There was a story about a good cop who decided to tell his citizens of his area to arm up and defend their city from Antifa members. And so there's your good cop. I admit there's a good cop. Why? Because he's now an ex-cop as he was forced to resign for his comments.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I haven't met that many good cops. I mean, I've met cops that are nice. I've met cops that pretend to be good. But at the same time, I know even the quote-unquote good ones that are still employed, know of a cop that's probably done some shit that they could have been arrested for if they weren't a cop, right? And if you don't turn that person in, or you look the other way, that just makes you a bad cop, in my opinion, a little bit in the other way. So,
Yeah, the thin blue line.
it's a gang, man. As I said, it's revenue generating. It's just there. I mean, constitutionally, sheriffs are the only law enforcement that we're supposed to have, and police are not even voted in. So they report to the politicians who write the laws, and the police have to take an oath for the Constitution, but they also have to take an oath for the laws of the state, which contradict the Constitution in a lot of ways, especially the Fourth Amendment.
Well, what really sucks is up here in Minnesota, and I'm from Illinois, like I've said, but up here in Minnesota, you can have a permit to carry a firearm, but you aren't allowed a switchblade out the front blade. How the fuck does that make sense?
Okay, living in Arizona, we can have like fully automatic. We've even had it mounted on back of Humvees as personal, fully automatic, suppress the whole bit. Have it all, man. You want some explosives? Shit, we can get you explosives. But nunchucks? Oh, we can't have ninjas. Ninjas are where we draw the line in Arizona. We just this last year, I think it was in 2019, we finally allowed nunchucks back into weapons that you can own in Arizona. I couldn't believe it. Like, seriously, all the shit that I have, I couldn't own nunchucks. But anyway,
Well,
go ahead.
when you say ninjas, that brings up a funny little anecdote here. Local grocery store, Hy-Vee, well, they started making all the employees wear black masks. Well, some of the employees have to wear black uniforms too in the meat department and so forth. So the first time I saw that, I'm like, damn, did we have to hire ninjas around here?
Raider TM says, Colorado, we can have fully auto for $20K. Yeah, you can have it pretty much, well, not every state, obviously, because California, New York, and a few others, I'm sure. But like in a more free state, I won't even say freedom state because they're just more free. You can have fully automatic if you can buy them and wait for the year-long wait, pay the tax stamp. And yeah, like a $500 AK goes for like $30,000 because you can't have anything newly made. It has to be, I believe, pre-86. I might be wrong on the year on that, but it's a ways back in time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. So with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up. So let's go ahead and get the last comments in. And Minnesota Cowboy Up, you can have a few words here to end it.
All right.
Maybe
Hey,
shout
Scott. Yes. Scott, W. Yes, all night laws are completely stupid. Yes, I agree. Because what the fuck? Do I want to go around with a samurai sword or a katana blade? Yeah, I want to go around that shit. Yeah. Come on. Come at me, bro. I got your shit right here. No. But, and I gotta tell you, this being my first time doing one of these, I've had a blast.
That's good. It can be fun, man, especially when it's so active. And this is probably one of my most active chats. I don't even know how many people are in here. Hold up.
There's like 46 at one
46.
point. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. I tried to get all the comments, but I couldn't even do it tonight because you're all lighting me up.
Well, from all the ones I've seen, watched, yeah, I've never seen that many people on here.
Yeah. So I appreciate everybody who joined. We do this every night around this time, well, around 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, which was about an hour and 2 minutes ago. So if you're interested in seeing this again, I do it Monday through Friday, so there will be one tomorrow evening. Don't know what I'm going to be talking about yet, but we'll come up with some kind of topic with what's going on. It'll probably be Seattle. But I really do appreciate.
Are you serious?
Yeah, probably. Unless, well, even if something actually happens, I mean, especially if something happens, we got to do that. James, I haven't seen you before either. Welcome. Everybody, if you're not familiar with Minnesota Cowboy Up, he does have a YouTube channel as well. So, Riddle Girl, if you can drop his YouTube link in the chat. And if you guys are interested in checking his channel out, please go ahead and do so.
Yeah, I do. I've started doing some gun reviews. I did a couple of videos for first-time gun buyers. I've got a couple of funny videos. Like I got one about Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Right on.
I did quite a few videos of my everyday carry, and I stopped doing that because I figured, fuck it, nobody needs to know exactly what I'm carrying.
Yeah, I share everything. The only thing I haven't shared is video that I haven't gotten together yet because I've been too lazy to do it. Scott W. with a $10 donation. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, sir. Saying that you were at 60 at one point. Keep on keeping on. With that, I will show the one firearm. I have shown it on a live stream a while back in March. But this is my newest everyday carry. This is my Dan Wesson classic bobtail. I've been wanting. This is my Safe Queen. Well, it's not really my Safe Queen. I guess it's my Holy Grail gun because I wear it a lot. I never had a 1911 before. I never even shot a 1911 before. This is the first 1911 I ever have shot, which kind of spoiled me, I'm sure, because it's pretty much an Ed Brown, but less expensive. But it was still.
Hold on.
Sure.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get my 1911.
Oh, okay.
I swap it out in between SIG and this.
All right. Well, this is my first ever 1911. Cost a lot more than I wanted to spend on it. 3 times more than my Glock, and that's a lot. I thought my Glock was a lot. This 1911 was a lot more. Gabriel says that was a cool chat. You're welcome, bro. We're gonna end it with another 1911. Is this live? Yes, it is live. Jalen Jackson. Jalen, sorry. The Seattle thing is live. Go ahead and talk about that. What make is that?
It's Rock Island Combat 1911.
Right
And
on.
it fires just as true and straight as some of the higher priced 1911s,
Right.
but at a budget price.
Yeah. Mine was not cheap, but at the same time, I knew what I wanted, and it was either this or the Ed Brown Cobra carry, which was twice as much. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Well,
And this-
see, I don't like to carry any gun that costs an arm and a leg because if I have to use it for God knows, or Lord help me, any reason, I will never get it back.
Right, exactly. So wrapping this up, OMG says you made $24. Yeah, dude, that's really cool. I think you started the trend a day or so, 2 days ago, right? So I appreciate it very much to everybody who's donated. Definitely not required, but very well welcomed. I really do appreciate it. Scott says that's a fine looking gun. Thank you. Maybe it's to yours, maybe it's to mine. I don't know. And
Thank you.
Broken Patriot said he did have a Dan Wesson 357. Nice. Okay, cool. If you want to see some better video I took for the 45th birthday. Okay, yeah. So this is a 45th birthday present because it's a 45 and I turned 45. So we kind of did that kind of thing. So I'm waiting for my 50th. You know what I mean? Yeah. And trying to keep up with chat. I just got a Walther Q5 match steel frame. Cool. I can shoot a blowgun 300 yards. You got a lot of practice.
I'm not even touching that one.
All right.
I'm not doing it.
With that, that's all we got for you. If you're interested in seeing more of me, you can watch me here on my channel, or you can go follow Irish USMC Vet. Riddle Girl, can you please drop a link? In the mornings, sometimes, depending on if he has internet or not, we do what's called the morning muster. That's why this is called the evening catch-up. My internet's a little bit more stable than his, but we do have a great time over there. And we talk about gardening and setting up defenses and things like that. So really good information from him. And yeah, that's all I got for you until tomorrow. Or if you go check me out on Irish USMC Vets channel, maybe tomorrow morning. That's all I got for you. Thank you very much for Mr. Cowboy Up coming in and chatting it up with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Watch out for the government. Watch out for Antifa. Keep your family close and get yourself
Your firearms.
Yeah.
Your firearms closer.
Make sure that shit is armed and ready to go for sure. There's Irish USMC Vets link. We're trying to get him up to 1,000 subs so that he can start doing live chats and getting some of this super chat money too. So if you do like my content, I highly urge you to go over there and subscribe to that guy. You will not be disappointed. With that, that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Peace. See you later.